If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place. If you always wanted to make a community impact in your city while also doing God's will and making good money doing it, you're also in the right place. Welcome, everybody. My name is Derrick Forston. Super excited that you guys are here with me, and we're going to call this a check-in ILF day. So we're going to be discussing the best real estate strategy that there is. And again, my name is Derrick Forston. Again, super excited that you guys are here. I'm the owner and operator of Second Chance Housing, but I'm also the founder of Forston Consultants, where my family and I go all over the world showing people what this concept is. So I'm getting ready to run my big mouth. So again, if you guys don't know me, I'm just simply a guy that God put on this earth to make really all your dreams come true. Because most of y'all are just like me and my family. You guys love God, you love people, and you always been trying to get into real estate, right? So God has blessed us to kind of formulate this thing called independent living facilities. And that is a big old word for how we take a residential property and we take people from homeless to hopeful. And again, we do that in a shared living environment, okay? We start independent living facilities. And most of y'all know that I used to be a social worker a long time ago. That's how all of this started. And God just put it on my heart to one day to also get into the game of helping people, but also connected to real estate, okay? So all this is, guys, is the love of God, real estate, and social services all mixed into one. I was the guy that I teach you guys to go and find 9 years ago. I was the social worker. I was the case manager. I was the guy that you want to put on your Rolodex or on your iPhone, and you want to be blowing me up and emailing me every day. Hey, Mr. Derrick, got any great clients? Just keep this in mind when you're discharging people. And Denise, they messed around and showed me a lady that was making $41,000 a month, Denise, doing exactly what I'm going to show y'all tonight. But the only difference is that she did it in rats and roaches. And Miss D said I could consider her as family already. So I always tell people, once you come and hang around us like 1 or 2 or 3 times, like you're kind of like family. We just got there's an addition to that family when you become an ILF Mastery Blueprint member. They're really family because they're a part of the coaching and they're under this goodness that God has given us. But just for the new people really quickly, I usually take 2 hours to tell this story. I'm going to tell it in less than 3 minutes and we're going to move on because I want to answer a bunch of questions tonight. I literally saw somebody living my dream, y'all doing it the wrong way. God allowed me to see a girl making 41 grand a month, y'all doing this. He did it in rats and roaches. And because I knew y'all weren't going to believe me, I took pictures of it. I took videos of it. And I show you guys all the time. So again, depending on how new you are to me, I'm not sure what you've seen, right? We're live every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday for sure. But during the week, my team is always playing something. So I hope that a lot of you guys that are new to me tonight, that's saying that you're new, you bumped into us on maybe a day where we kind of really maybe wasn't live like I am now. And again, I guarantee you that you guys been praying for something just like this, right? But people been hiding from you, gatekeeping, and you thought you needed a license. But when God allowed me to see that lady making 41 grand a month, and I was making 28 grand a year, it blew my mind. It blew my mind to know that somebody was living my dream, doing it the wrong way, and making $41,000 a month doing it. If you made 41 grand a month, would that change your life a little bit? Now, you already make that kind of money. Excuse my arrogance, right? Excuse my stupidity on that. I don't mean to insult anybody. But most people was cool about our culture, the way God set it up. Most of y'all are just like me and my family. And many years ago, wasn't really making that much money. I was making 28 grand a year and saw somebody living my dream making 41 grand a month. I said, Lord, have mercy. Can I get into this? Because I'm already helping people. I love God. I love people. And I'm trying to get into this real estate game. And lucky for you all, I'm no crab in a bucket. So we share this thing everywhere we go. So very simply, guys, we take a regular residential property. We connect with social workers and case managers. And that becomes our funnel system. And we branded it as an independent living facility. But watch this. I say this all the time. I don't care what you guys call it. Just understand that the genre of people that we're housing, they don't require a license because they can feed themselves, take their own medications, and they can provide their own transportation through Uber, Lyft, taxi cab, the uncle, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the mom, the dad. anybody but y'all. I don't want you driving people around when you're doing this business. Now, you say, well, Derrick, later on, big bro, like I'm gonna start my own, Derrick, I'm gonna start my own transportation company, and we're gonna build Medicaid and all that. Great. But if this model serving the independent people, I jokingly say, but I really mean this. My people cook their own bologna sandwich. They provide their own transportation, usually through their insurance. And guys, like, end up taking their own medications without you all and me trying to be a nurse or pretending to, and then getting in trouble and end up on the Channel 8 News. Now, I'm not asking y'all to be something that y'all not. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, like, what are we waiting on? Show me something else other than you going to open up your own church. Jokingly, some of my family used to tell me, boy, that boy Derrick, he gonna be a preacher. Derrick gonna be a preacher. No, I ain't. But guess what? I do have a ministry. I do love, in fact, I'm crazy about God. He crazy about me. He messed around and showed me my dream and how I can do his will through real estate. How genius is God? Now, if I was a dummy, I'd be saying, how genius is I? But the devil is a liar. God was so genius. He said, Derrick, you want to help my people? You want to do my will? Derrick, you want to receive my blessings upon your life? Derrick, in my Bible, in my word says the poor and needy will always be among us, Derrick, and we're to take care of the poor, the needy, and the widow. And it also says, Derrick, when you do unto the least of thee, the marginalized, the homeless, the displaced, the guy that's holding the sign said, I'll work for food. God said, it's like you're doing it unto me. So you mean to tell me y'all don't want to do God's will, do God a favor, and also be compensated for it? That's the biggest cheat code in life. Let me say that real quiet, because usually they'll say it loud for the people in the back. You mean to tell me that I can do God's will, help people because it's biblical, and God allowed me and my family to also benefit from that while I'm helping mankind and doing God's will? Oh my God. Tia, I don't have to be a pastor to do that. Tia, you know how many of my uncles and my aunties said, boy, that boy Derrick, he gonna be a preacher. Derrick gonna be my dad and sister, that boy gonna be a preacher. No, I ain't. I don't desire to have no church and to be no preacher. But I do believe in this ministry that I have that allows me to share the love of God, show the love of God through real estate. And if you got any sense, everybody you know in your life that's wealthy, they're involved in real estate some kind of way. So why not possess the land like he also told us to do? I found out, guys, there's one thing that God don't do no more. And I want y'all to write this down, because somebody gonna say, oh my God, they're gonna say something that God don't do no more. I show lamb. Get your pen out. I found out that one thing that God don't do no more, y'all, is make land. He don't make no more of that. He done that one time and allow us to discover it. We need to stop buying it, building it, and getting into real estate, helping people. There's an affordable housing crisis all over your city. I don't care where you live at. There's a housing crisis all throughout your city. Why not you be the answer to that? Most of y'all people that find us are God-fearing people. I would love to believe that. So listen to this genius prayer. God, can you make me the answer to my city, that when people think about affordable housing, they think of me and my program? Because God, I understand that this is also doing your work and your will. You just allow me to do it through real estate. God, thank you for the generational wealth that this will also give us. But God, thank you for partnering with me in covenant to do your will through real estate. Like, how genius is that? Like, y'all can call it what you want. I think that's the biggest cheat code in life. You find a business that serves God and serves people, the finance is going to come right behind it. Not that it won't be some hard times, some tough times, all of that stuff going to come. All of that stuff going to come. But the devil is a liar that we don't keep it moving with this thing that most of y'all say, God, put it on your heart. We have a free webinar that I want to give all of y'all. It's scrolling below on the bottom of that screen right now anyway. If you text the word new to that phone number 407-326-0086, that will give you actually the webinar and a free mini course. I actually can't believe my team is still showing that. So congratulations to all of y'all that get this. If you text the word new, just N-E-W, not only do you get both webinars, the HRA and the ILF, but you also get the 15 mini course that's called ILF 101, absolutely on me. So text the word new to 407-326-0086. I wonder what possibly some questions that you guys may have. I also want to make some announcements, right? We've been announcing for the last few months that please, if you're considering the coaching, get in before January, because a lot's changing, right? We told you guys all year long that the DIY was also going to one day change, right? But I promised y'all that the IMB, the ILF Mastery Blueprint, the one-on-one coaching, that would stay on that sale all year long until January 1st. If you've noticed, a lot of y'all may have seen this, but the DIY products has actually changed. It's not the same as it was, right? So remember, guys, if you're looking to get in, make sure you get in absolutely before January 1st, as a lot of things are changing, and for the better, actually, right? Not a bad thing. We just want you guys to get in before all the pricing and things change. Because if you don't know us, right, if you're new to us, God, our current pricing has been on sale all year long. I just made a promise to the people in January that I would slice all our prices in half. I literally done that, right? But January 1st, everything goes back to the way that it should be. So we've been blessing people all year long since January. In fact, it kind of started like in December at the end after Christmas. And then it kind of naturally flowed into January of this year. So if you guys have any questions or concerns about the coaching or questions just in general about what this is, how do we run it, right? I got over 1,000 videos, guys, under my live tab on YouTube. There's not a question in your brain that you can think of that I don't have a video or talk about. So I'm super proud of that, because a lot of people have what I'll call stingy energy, and they don't want to share this. Our problem is that we give it away too much, probably, right? So we got tons of people that take our coaching, but I'm super proud of a lot of people that said, Derrick, man, I can't afford your coaching. Or Derrick, you give so much away, bro. I'm just going to the YouTube channel. Or Derrick, I start with the DIY, right? So there's a lot of people that get in different areas. So we always tell people, get in where you fit in, right? A lot of people soak up the free info 7 days a week on YouTube, right here at Forston Consultants.
I hope you guys are enjoying the information, and we super appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget, though, if you want to be an affiliate of what we do to get 40% of it, make sure you guys text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. And remember, I pay 40% of whatever you sell.
Don't forget, guys, we have that affiliate program. Make sure you guys get that. That's the way for y'all to make a bunch of money just by introducing people to us that eventually buy our package. So make sure you guys text that word affiliate to 407-326-0086 to become an affiliate. If you text the word new, not only do I give you the webinar, but I give you a mini course of 15 videos that you must watch before you get started. It's going to keep you out of jail, off the Channel 8 news, and keep money in your pocket versus a lawsuit like me. I made a lot of bad decisions when I first got into this, and not because I was that crummy, mean lady that I always talk to y'all about. I just didn't know what I was doing, y'all. And I went through the bumps and the bruises, and I did that dumb saying that says getting it from the mud. I think that's a really dumb saying now today. Like, I don't really like that saying the way that I used to. I don't believe in getting it from the mud if you don't have to. My desire that you guys get it from the garden of all of these seeds that I'm dropping. So I picture myself as this seed thrower, right? This farmer that's throwing these seeds out. I want you guys to pick this information from the garden, not the mud. Nothing grows in mud. So the first step is watching the webinar. Second step is I still give a free discovery call, guys. That may change in January. But for the last 7 years, I've always given a free call for anybody that watches that webinar to answer any question that you have about moving forward. But by all means, if it's just regular general questions, bring that right here to YouTube. That way we can all learn together, right? And most times people gonna ask me things that are in videos that I have already. So I really prefer the discovery calls for people that really want to know more about the coaching and kind of how that works, and should they choose DIY or one-on-one. But if you say, Derrick, man, I got some personal stuff, bro, and I want people to hear my stuff, I want that call, no problem. I still honor that. And all of those can be found at forstonconsultants.com. So I want to start an agency that focuses on ILF for veterans specifically, that is able to get the money for their rental payments directly from the programs of government. I already have homes. That's a great idea. But the only thing is that those programs aren't like always promised to you. It just depends on kind of what's in your area. And she found a program that actually pays 80% of the veterans' rent. So let's just say her rent is $1,120, which is kind of where her beds are. That program pays half of that. So some of you guys will say, man, Derrick, well, how do I find that person? Well, she took our coaching, but I'll admit, because watch me not lie to you. My coaching ain't going to say, how do you go find a program that's going to pay the rent? My coaching works all the way around so that when you do find that person, you know how to have the conversation, right? So it's not that I told her to say, hey, go here because they're going to pay the rent. No, we teach them just what to say, language, and the lingo. A lot of our coaching, guys, is about language. We believe that language is a locator, and it's important what you say and who you say it to. Prime example, again, James family, just for an example, all of my veterans, every one of them, none of them came from like the VA or program. They just came from regular hospitals. Some guy went to a mental health hospital, got back on his meds, got assigned a case manager. Case manager called Derrick and said, hey, Derrick, got another one. And this guy's a veteran, Derrick. And he walked in 4 days ago, wasn't feeling very great, said that the last landlord sold the place where he was living and needed a place to live. Derrick, can you take him? That's how that call sounds. My team, Jess, is going to do the assessment, or Jen. We're going to ask a series of questions that allow us to make a sound decision. So again, just to make sure that the James family understand that, I absolutely want you to work with veterans too, because one of my favorite, actually, veterans and seniors. But don't start this with the mindset of only veterans, because then you'll put yourself in a box. Does that make sense, James family? I don't want you to put yourself in a box, right? So, prime example, when people tell me, Derrick, I hear you, bro, but I only want to house veterans. Great. We just don't say that in our stuff, in our social media, in our writing. But maybe when I do go in person, we say things like, ma'am, we do assess all clients, but we absolutely specialize in veterans. And that's the gist of our program. See how that sounds a little bit better than just saying, no, man, we only work with veterans. Bye. I don't need no veteran. We ain't taking it. No, man, we assess everybody. But I do want you to know, Miss Jones, that our program here at James Solutions, we specialize military veterans, because that's what we're trained to do. Like, that's a way different. And this is not like some bragging point or anything like that. God is just blessing us so much that I'm training other great people like Katara Johnson, who's in this chat. He's going to be a coach. So a lot of my new people, I'll admit, a lot of them probably won't even get me until certain sessions, but they're going to be trained by people that I'm coaching up, who's really good at this under our coaching. And I know doing it the right way and not housing people in roaches and in rats and on the Channel 8 News for the wrong reason. Those are the people that I'm training now. So I'll admit, a lot of my people in January, it's a great chance that they probably won't really be coached by me. It's going to be the same great information, the same system that we use, still all Derrick on all the videos. But in terms of getting the game of this, why couldn't you learn this from Katara if she's a coach under us? When she's been in the game for how long now? Multiple properties, and is killing her city with affordable housing. Can you imagine walking up to somebody and say, hey, man, I want to rent your property, put 8 people in it? Really? So my prayer, and I want y'all to steal this prayer, is that I pray for people that could care less what I do in that property as long as I pay the dadgone rent. Make sense, everybody? So that prayer sounds like this. Hey, God, can you give me favor with somebody in my city that owns multiple properties, 30, 40, 50 properties? God, let me find favor with you first and then him as man. Because God, when I begin to talk about this housing program, I want to sound like the best thing since sliced bread, so that he tells me yes. So every time I need a property, dear God, he gives it to me. God, thank you for doing this in advance. I appreciate you. In Jesus' name, amen. Like, how simple is that, y'all? Notice how they get all loud and start hollering and screaming, and that was a straightforward prayer. Letting God know what the need is, because he knows it. I just got to verbalize it. asking for it. We have not because we ask not. Then I seal it within Jesus' name. And no, I'm no pastor, I'm no priest, and I'm no bishop. But boy, we love God. We love the power of God. And I found out, I keep telling y'all this, the biggest cheat code in life. Boy, if you find something that serves God and serves people, and mess around and serve your community, ding, 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 ding. That's the biggest cheat code in life. I don't care what you say. Okay? Other than that, man, I appreciate you guys. I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake. And I'm going to say, now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power. You guys be great, and we'll see you guys on the other side of success. Hopefully that's in your own independent living facility. Be great, guys.
Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying this show. But just in case if you was wondering, how in the world do we rent these properties or lease them? And what does the conversation sound like that would tell them the homeowner to convince them to rent their house to us? That's one of the biggest things in this business, and I want to give it to you. So text the word PURPOSE, P-U-R-P-O-S-E, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And we're going to give you the exact guide to what we say, how do we dress, how do we find them, everything you need to know in terms of to get your first property. We put it in the ebook. And again, it's called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. Text the word PURPOSE to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. I hope you guys are enjoying the information, and we super appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget, though, if you want to be an affiliate of what we do to get 40% of it, make sure you guys text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. And remember, I pay 40% of whatever you sell. I hope you guys are enjoying the information. If you want more information just like we figured out your problem. You have a great business or a great business idea. You just don't have a website. So visit digitalflowsolutions.net and get the best website in the world for only $97. And then you just pick your monthly. Did you know that we had a Facebook Academy and it's absolutely free? Text the word JOIN, J-O-I-N, to 407-326-0086 and join the rest of us. There's about 90 to 100 people joining that group a day. And it's like-minded people that